If we know one thing about ChatGPT, it's that the product is constantly evolving. Here's some of the changes that I noticed in May and how they impact you. First off, creating a new task no longer has a button in the chat interface. I don't actually know when the interface changed for this because I wasn't writing new tasks, but suddenly I needed a new one and the new task button wasn't there. But you can still create a task by writing it out. So let me show you how that works here. I'm going to go over and go to O4 Mini, and then I'll paste in this, create a new task each night at 10 p.m., review my competitor's website, lawandlearns.com, identify any changes to the content of the site since the prior day. If there is new content, write a summary. So when we run that, because I started with create a new task, it's going to actually create a new task for me. And the result here is going to be the task. And if you open edit, you can see what it's actually created for you here. And then you could change the dates and the frequency of it. You can customize that frequency, etc. So all the rest of the functionality is still there. It's just not an actual button. So the other question you might be asking is, how do I actually go and edit the tasks that I've already created? And I'll show you that now as well. You're going to run over to your icon over here and then choose settings. And then when you go into notifications, you'll see within tasks, I've enabled these two buttons, but also there's manage tasks right here. So it's not in a super intuitive location, but you can in fact go and find them that way. The other way you can find them is if you drop into the tasks that you created. Again, you can go into here and hit edit, or you can hit manage tasks, and this will take you to the manage tasks screen. So a little bit buried, but it's still out there. And I do think there are a lot of great use cases like the one I just shared. The next thing that I've noticed is that the Canvas functionality is seldom automatically engaging for new chats. At this point, you almost always need to hit the write or code button to activate it. So if we go down to tools in a new chat and then select write or code, then the Canvas button shows up right here. Keep in mind, you need to select this button before you start the chat, because if you try and engage it after, it won't offer you the same functionality. Also, I continue to be disappointed that you can't engage Canvas and another tool at the same time. So for instance, I can't do a web search or deep research while the Canvas button is activated. It's one or the other. ChatGPT 4.1 was released in May, including 4.1 Mini. This model excels at coding, but it's also better at long context comprehension, and it does a better job of powering AI agents that you might be using via third-party applications like Make.com or N8N. Also, GPT 4.1 Mini is replacing the prior 4.0 Mini. So note that. So per usual, you can choose the model by going up to here. It's under more models, and then you can see GPT 4 and GPT 4.1 Mini. With respect to 4.5, you may have heard that OpenAI is sunsetting ChatGPT 4.5 for API users on July 14th. I'm not sure if GPT-5 will continue for the browser version, so we'll just have to wait and see. But my guess is it'll go away when ChatGPT 5 goes live. My only hope at this point is that OpenAI stops with the awful naming conventions. It's been noted by CEO Sam Altman, and I think we'll see the update with ChatGPT 5 when that finally arrives. This is largely because GPT-5 is supposed to be able to determine which model is referenced based on the prompt it receives, and then move forward accordingly. So a coding prompt would go one way, an image prompt would go a different way, a writing prompt would go another path, etc. Hit subscribe if you're into these kind of updates, and I'll see you next time.